A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Millsap passes to Murray. 11 feet away. On the wing, Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got the first points up on the board here for Denver. Murray against Young. Over Murray. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Murray against Young. Now here's Barton. Not a lot of room. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now, here's Hunter. Back to Herter. Capella kicks to Collins. And the pass to Herter. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Harris passes to Barton. Murray outside. Jokic inside. Capella covering. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you.
Young against Murray. Harris outside. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Pass to Murray. From 17 feet out. And another miss by Denver.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Young passes to Capella. And the layup's good off the glass.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Pulls it from the elbow. Misses off the left iron. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Here's Collins. Following the basket by Jokic. And Collins is right there.
So quick off the floor. First jump, second jump. Collins regularly beats people to the ball.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Craig passes to Millsap. The shot off that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Teague with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And finished off by Collins.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Millsap kicks to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Down low, here's Jones. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Morris against T. Porter passes to Craig. Releases. Millsap trying to get open. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Reddish. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's stolen, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Morris dishes to Plumlee. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Craig. Feeds to Plumlee. With 2 seconds left. Misses the baby hook. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stance-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague. And it's Fernando in at the 4. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for Denver. Martin comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Torrey Craig. And then for Atlanta, Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Shot from free throw range. Hunter grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Young. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Young's got the first basket of the second quarter for Atlanta.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now Hunter. Capella, the pass to Fernando. To the middle. Plumlee with the steal. Here's the break. Barton passes to Grant. Here's Plumlee. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Young with no one around. And the 3 off target. Harris passes to Barton. Out to Harris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Plumlee dishes to Murray. Rebound Atlanta. And here is Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
What an athlete. Love seeing Hunter get up for that flush.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Murray the pass to Plumlee. The rebound by Young.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Herter
passes to Capella. And he banks in the layup. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Harris looking it over. Plumlee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Capella. Here's Fernando. He's covered by Grant. Here's Young. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And it's Harris off the drive. Can't cash in from close range. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Murray outside. 1:11 left to play in the first half. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. Here's Herter. Young outside. The Nuggets trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray kicks to Barton. He feeds it to Plumlee. No good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Herter. Bucket is good. Herter's got 4 this quarter.
Pushing the action, not worried about who's in front of him. Kevin Herter can deliver through contact.
Here's Murray. He sinks the 11-footer.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Here's Herter. Guarded by Harris. Pulls it from 20. Offensive rebound. And we've reached halftime in this one. Hawks lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That one falls. Young's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Will Barton. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young. Morris with the bucket.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Teague left side to the left side wing. Collins passes to Teague. The feed to Dedmon. The kick out to Teague. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in. The Nuggets trail by 14. Morris with the ball. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. It's Porter outside, and Jones pulls it down.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Last season, Damian Jones getting ample chances to show what he can do. Not a huge quantity guy, but, boy, he made the most of his touches.
You know, Damian Jones, he makes about 2/3 of his shots for his career. He knows what it's about, and that's finishing at the rim. A bit of an old-school center in that regard. He lives at the rim on both ends.
Here's Reddish. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Porter.
Using his athleticism, Reddish bites through the foul and managed to put up the shot.
So many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Millsap finds Jokic 11 feet away, and that one drops. Jokic has got 6.
A focal point of this offense, Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
On the basket by Jones.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
To the inside. It's stolen by Jones. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 16-point game. Jokic inside. Working on Jones. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon. Hard to get your shot over that.
Here's T. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bembry the pass to Dedmon. Bembry kicks to Reddish. The dish to Jones. And there's the pass to Dedmon. Clock is at 3. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
There's Porter with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Millsap with the double team. Bembry the pass to Jones. Here's Bembry. Back to Jones. Pass to Reddish. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Watching Cam Reddish, I see all-star level potential. It's going to be interesting to track his development because he's still establishing his identity.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Plumlee's got 6.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Murray finds Plumlee. Barton, wide open. He fires. Misses there. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Atlanta up by 16. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Barton dishes to Murray. Off target with his 3. Atlanta leading by 16. Here's Young. Here's Collins. Young against Harris. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Harris drives in. Banked in off the glass.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Barton against Young. Capella kicks to Young. Back to Capella. Dishes it to Young. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Murray against Young. Jokic. And Capella sends it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Porter, no luck.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Young outside, and Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Hunter, the pass to Capella. Jokic with the block.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Murray kicks to Porter. 1:57 left in the 4th quarter. And again, Denver no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Young against Murray. Jokic inside, looking to get back on track here, and he hits the jump shot.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Atlanta.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Clint Capella.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Jokic, that one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Young against Murray. 5 to shoot. Young passes to Herter. Launches it. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 17. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
Now, here is Young. From deep. No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down. And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dunk that.
Capella, the pass to Herter. Back to Capella. And the rejection by Harden. And here comes House, leading the fast break. And Harden with the basket on the assist by House.
Oh, the bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Left side, Collins. Passes to Capella. Here's Herter. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, we won't see Capella try to hit threes. I mean, Clint's a center who knows his role. Just rock the rim.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
It's Young on the wing. And there's the feed to Capella. Rebounded by Tucker.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
House, the pass to Tucker. Kicks it to House. Outside Westbrook. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, pretty comfortable mid-range shooter. You can't let Westbrook get in the groove from that.
Herter passes to Young. The putback, it's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Westbrook surveying the D. It's Covington on the wing. To the paint, here's Harden, and Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. 4-point game. Pass to Hunter. The dish to Capella. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Harden outside. The pass to Tucker. Back to Harden. And Capella sends it back. Now, here's Hunter. He's tightly guarded.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Westbrook drives in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Collins.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Oh, bro, come on, Jay. Russ lives by the model. Why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. And Eric Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by McLemore. And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook leading the charge. And it's Gordon missing.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And Dedmon throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Gordon with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And stolen by Gordon. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And every team would love to have a player like Westbrook because he plays his heart out.
Hawks making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Now here's Teague. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fernando, the pass to Jones. Outside Teague. He kicks to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Bembry. 4 on the clock. And Damari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Teague with a clean look. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Rockets lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston. Gordon out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Ben McLemore. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Rivers against Teague. Rivers dishes to Green. Over Jones. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 3. He lobs it up.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Gordon. 3-pointer. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. Fernando's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Green kicks it out to Gordon. Now here's McLemore outside. Another miss by Houston. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Carroll against Teague. Bembry the pass to Fernando. To the inside. And the basket by Jones.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rivers with it. Jones covering. Rivers kicks to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Green. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I mean, this is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. I mean, feeds the open man the moment he spots it.
Teague, the pass to Bembry. To the middle. Here's Jones. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rockets trail by 3. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Green finds Rivers. Bobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Jones. And yes, it's good. Jones has got 8 here in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Rivers passes to Green. Here's Carroll. 1:12 left in the second quarter. Gordon for 3. Fernando pulls it in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Reddish. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Rivers passes to Gordon. Green kicks to Gordon. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Teague can't hit. Rockets trail by 5. The drive by Green. Missed inside. The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Damian Jones. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Bemper. Dedmon passes to Young. Back to Dedmon. Young. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, you love the effort. Forget the size disadvantage. Young's willing to go down there and mix it up.
And so it's Atlanta in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. And the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Hawks fans love the guy. Jack, as he is. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Rockets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Collins against Covington. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Capella. And the shot is long. Rockets trail by 5. Kicks it out to Harden. Hunter grabs the miss.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
A workhorse from the glass. Capella ready to pounce on misses as soon as the shot goes up.
Now, here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. It's tipped, and he recovers it. For 3, He's off on that one, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. Tipped away, and there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Passes it to Herter. Poked loose. Here's Capella, and the shot is good. And now it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Houston moving the ball around. Tucker. Pass to Harden. Westbrook against Young. Here's Tucker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Tucker's got his second basket.
Oh, man, such a hard worker on the glass. Tucker's energy is very impressive. A true junkyard dog.
Down low. The kick out to Young. Right side, Collins. Shot clock at 5. To the wing right side. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Young pass to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Hawks. To the middle. The kick out to Westbrook. The pass to Harden. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 7 points.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game. Just a remarkable shooter from deep.
And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
Gordon's checked in for Daniel House. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Trae Young. The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And, Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they look to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
2 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. McLemore has come in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Atlanta, Jones comes in for Collins. Young is subbed in for Bembry. But they get it back. In the corner, it's Gordon. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Jones is running. It's Young on the wing, defended by Gordon. Shots good from Young.
And just proving once again how reliable he is from there. Young is a fantastic scorer with just an impressive arsenal.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
That screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even the slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Pass to Dedmon. Back to Collins. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Rockets trail by 4. Chandler out there with Green. Then there's Austin Rivers. And there's Gordon. And it's McLemore in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Chandler. And that one, good. Atlanta shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Collins finds Dedmon. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Rocket shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Young against Rivers. Dedmon with the block. Now here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Rivers, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Rivers has got the game tied up here for Houston. Young left side. Here's Dedmon. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young.
Timeout.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Damari Carroll's checked in for Green. James Harden comes in for Gordon. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments. And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Back to Huerter. In the corner, Collins with it. Inside, the kick out to Young. From outside, off the mark. Count it. Capella's got 12 points here in the second half.
Terrific at catching in there at the basket. I mean, his hands are great. Capella uses that size to his advantage.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They need points so Westbrook gets aggressive. So determined to provide for the team. Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
And finished off by Collins.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Harden finds Carroll. Here's Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
It's deflected and stolen by Hunter. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of the game.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Herter. A minute 20 left to play in the final quarter. Collins dishes to Capella. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Can you believe that? This is why we love this game. Westbrook finding a way to come up.
To the paint. Here's Herter. Up and in on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And here's Harden for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's the break. Collins, good. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Harden outside. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
When the game is up in the air, Harden delivers. Easy to understand why he is seen as one of the best players in the league.
Young against Westbrook. Young is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Atlanta now. Collins kicks to Young. 5 on the clock. Nice D from Chandler. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg...
for the land of the...
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1. Now here's Walker. Here's Tice. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Passes it to Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Second shot opportunity. Herter passes to Capella. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Hayward finds Tice, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Here's Collins. Capella trying to free himself up. Shot by Collins, no good.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Now, here is Young. Young is double. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now, let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Outside, Walker. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Tice. Back to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Hayward is double. Clock at 6. And Hayward at the stuff.
And using his underrated athleticism, Hayward is no stranger to throwing it down.
To the inside. Back to Young. It's stolen by Tice. Hayward with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Members checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Walker. Now here's Brown. It's stolen by Reddish. It's Collins with the drive. The pass to Reddish. He feeds it to Jones. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
1-on-1 here. And Cantor pulls it down. Boston trailing, and up the court come the Celtics on the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Williams in for Jason Tatum. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Fernando. Reddish the pass to Fernando. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Williams dishes to Brown. Back to Williams. And it goes down 2 points.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Brown outside. Williams kicks to Brown. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Dedmon inside. He's guarded by Williams. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if the lane opens up, Dedmon is going to sprint through it. He found the gap as a mobile big man and scored.
Pass to Williams. Now the feed to Williams. The kick out to Brown. Over Reddish. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
We've got Hayward. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Dedmon's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Hayward can hit. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Fernando. Over to the left wing. Rebound Boston. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Cantor comes in for Williams. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Damian Jones subbed in for Bruno Fernando. Outside Tatum. Walker against Young. Here's Tice. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tice has got 6.
And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Capella, the pass to Jones. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
That's good footwork from the big man. Is Cantor aware defensively to get to that one?
The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Outside Tatum. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Tice, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Back to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Capella finds Collins. And finished off by Collins.
I just feel like Collins is at his best when he's going at the defense.
Brown outside. Cantor inside. Working on Collins.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Passes it to Capella. Lays it up and banks it in. Capella's got his second bucket. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. And some of the dunks Collins can pull off are just awesome.
Outside Tatum. Tice kicks to Tatum. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Young. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Capella. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Fader on the way. Back to Teague. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Daniel Tice.
And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Hayward dishes to Tatum. Outside, Walker. In the corner, Smart with it. Left side, Williams. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Bembry. Feeds it to Capella. Shot clock at 4. No good at the rim. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead, up 5.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And that does it for our
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Daniel Tice.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Hayward passes to Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's where Brown is at his best. A muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Young finds Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
All free throws good from Capella.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Walker the pass to Tice, and the shot goes in. Tice has got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones comes in for Clint Capella. And Dwayne Dedmon subbed in for Collins. Celtics trail by 5. Hayward passes to Williams. Celtics passing it around. Pushing it up. Hunter with it. Now defended by Hayward. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Reddish is checked in to the left wing. Outside, Jones. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And that one's good. Hunter.
Every basket from this kind of range is going to help Hunter's perimeter game. Doesn't worry about the defense.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. He kicks to Cantor from 11 feet away. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Reddish, and he makes that one. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And Reddish out there running on the break. That's the best way to reward a teammate for that kind of defensive pressure.
Shot left block. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Back to Wanamaker. Inside. Hayward kicks to Williams. And again, unable to change momentum here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And then for Atlanta, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Young. Teague the pass to Fernando. That shot no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kevin, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Collins checked in for Atlanta.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Bembry the pass to Fernando. Here's Bembry. Now the pass to Fernando. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Fernando's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brown finds Hayward. Brown right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 6.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Pass to Fernando. Here's Teague. Fernando tips it back in. 8 points for him.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. He dishes it to Cantor. Out to Hayward for the 3. Bembry with the rebound. Reddish the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Like it when Collins is cleaning up the glass and then just rocking the rim.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Walker and Smart the guards. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Drops in the layup for 2.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Capella, the pass to Herter. Back to Capella. Pass to Bembry. Capella trying to free himself up. Bembry misses.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the rejection by Collins. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Jeff Teague. Walker the pass to Tice. Williams trying to break free. And Tice gets it to go.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Young outside. To the paint. Here's Hunter. Good work defensively by Smart. Celtics trail by 11. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Walker. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Herter. Makes it off the glass. Herter's got his first basket.
Focused shot there and a tough one. Give Herter credit.
Pass to Tice. Outside, Smart. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And that one drops for him.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Walker against Young. Capella, the pass to Young. No good there. Walker with some nice D. And an intentional foul right there. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Hayward on the wing. There's the pass to Tice. Out to Hayward. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
Collins against Tatum. It's deflected, but they recover it. Collins passes to Capella, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Tatum against Collins. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Atlanta leading by 9. Young left side. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. That one drops for him.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
And so they foul intentionally. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Walker. The rebound by Young. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Kaddish dishes to Collins. He feeds it to Capella. Inside, shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Atlanta's shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Young. Chalk up 2 there.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Young with the steal. Capella kicks to Young. Pass to Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
The kick out to Tatum. Kept alive by Boston. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And so Tatum nails them both. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They came in here and took care of business. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Murray. On the wing, Harris. 20 feet out. Murray, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one is good.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. Murray against Young. Passes it to Jokic. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Pass to Herter. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Young, here we go. Good.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Murray kicks to Harris. He feeds it to Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
Martin with it, guarded by Hunter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Barton. Out to Harris, to the middle. Millsap down low, working on Collins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Membry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Barton. It's Torrey Craig in for Harris. Jones, no luck. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Murray. Here's Craig. There's Porter with the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's all knotted up.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And Porter comes to help. The pass to Reddish. He kicks it to Teague. Dishes it to Jones. Outside Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Reddish. A 3 ball. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Passes to Craig. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Teague, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, when Teague has a step or 2 on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
Atlanta making a switch here. Fernando's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Plumlee's checked in.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Grant with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up. Porter against Teague. Porter dishes to Grant. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Pass to Jones. Here's Fernando. He's covered by Grant. Kicks it out to Jones. Now the pass to Fernando. A putback. They shoot again. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And stolen by Jeff Teague. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Now here's Grant. Kicks to Morris. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game. Free throw good. Porter. And Porter drops them both. 7 seconds left in the first. Pass to Hunter. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Up in time. No good that time. Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter will get underway just after. And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Fernando in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Young passes to Capella. Here's Herter. And Young kicks to Capella. The kick out to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Fernando, that's good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
A 3 from Morris. Here's Plumlee. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Young dishes to Hunter. Back to Young. To the inside. Passes it to Fernando. The kick out to Young. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Grant. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Murray, the pass to Harris. Outside for Murray. Puts up a 3. And it's Trae Young with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And good that time.
Physical D right there. But Herter's mentally tough. Never lost focus.
Harris outside. Young against Murray. Pass to Plumlee. Murray surveying the D. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind, and man knows what he's talking about.
Murray finds Jokic. Back to Millsap. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Not a natural shooter from distance, but Paul Millsap has improved with hard work.
Dedmon passes to Teague. Back to Dedmon. They double in with Jokic. And there's the pass to Bembry. Now here's Reddish. The Hawks working the ball around. Teague dishes to Dedmon. Count it.
The way to attack the interior. Dedmon really understands what the team needs from him.
Denver leading by 3. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Rebound Atlanta. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for Atlanta. 40 seconds left to play here in the half. Now here's Reddish. D right on him. Outside Collins. Passes it to Reddish. Clock at 6. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
Murray outside. Shoots from the high post. It's rebounded by Teague. Here's Collins.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come across on the scoreboard. And that'll do it for...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. Young passes to Capella, and they pick up 2. Capella's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Atlanta. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Millsap left side. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Capella. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. They trail by 1.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Ball's knocked loose. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Herter, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Hawks making a change here. Fernando's checked in. Murray outside. And the pass to Jokic. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Barton outside. Deep two from Murray. And again, Denver no good.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Puts it up. Off the left rim and out.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Basket good. And now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Barton outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Jokic. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. And then for Denver, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Dedmon's shot is off.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Harris looking it over. The feed to Grant. He gets it in there.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Young pass to Dedmon. Young against Morris. And that one, good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Plumlee, rebound by the Hawks.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Bruno Fernando. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris. Got a piece of it. And here comes the break. Here's Craig. Finished off the break. Craig's got his first points in this one.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
T kicks to Reddish. Pass to Dedmon. Passes it to Jones. Here's Bembry. To the paint. Wants to get it to Grant and does. Porter looking it over. Grant outside. Down low. The kick out to Porter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Hawks leading.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Craig can't get it to go. Here's Bembry. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Reddish's shot is good.
He's still adding muscle to his frame. Cam Reddish is showing us his ability to play through contact and finish.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hawks ahead. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Teague out there with Bembry, and it's Jones in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Bembry the pass to Jones. The kick out to Teague. Misses the 3. The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray right side. Here's Millsap. The baseline J off the mark. Atlanta's shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And finish off by Collins.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Teague against Murray. Inside. That's tipped, and the call will be against Damian Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague. And Denver also making a switch. Harris is checked in.
You gotta feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Feeds to Capella. Out to the wing. Huerter passes to Collins. Poked away. Millsap with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, you better be mindful of that wingspan that Jokic possesses, especially when he's attacking the backboard.
Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Jokic throws it down. Neither team here in the 4th generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Young passes to Huerter. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Hunter, the pass to Capella. And the basket is good. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Murray against Young. Millsap kicks to Murray. Shot on the wing, and Denver again with the bucket.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Young looking around. Here's Collins. Pass to Capella. Back to Collins. To the inside. The pass to Huerter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young, no good. Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Murray outside. He dishes it to Millsap. Shoots from 12. Keeps it alive. And Murray with the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Millsap. Count.
That's what you expect from Paul Millsap, delivering with the big shot.
There's 57 seconds left in the 4th. Young dishes to Hunter. Pass to Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Young. Kicks it out to Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Fires it up. Here's Capella. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wide open look here for Murray. Up again. Good.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Young, no good. Barton outside.
A focal point of this offense. Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on the.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the three, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the three with Collins at the four. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And finished off by Westbrook.
When you put everything into your defense like Tucker does, good things happen. Like easy points off of a terrific steal.
Top of the line competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
And it's Capella missing. And here comes House, leading the fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Well, what you do appreciate about Westbrook is how determined he is. He plays with such a contagious intensity.
Now, here's Hunter. The pass to Collins. Now Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Hunter. 5 on the clock. Here's Young. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Pass to House. Tucker with the ball. Capella's there. And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the impressive reach on display. Covington has a strong feel for when he has to go for the alley-oop.
Hunter, the pass to Collins. Now Capella, defended by Covington. One-on-one here. And that one is hammered home.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Herter to stop the run, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, we won't see Capella try to hit threes. I mean, Clint's a center who knows his role. Just rock the rim.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Collins dishes to Capella. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in to the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Baseline jumper. That one doesn't drop. And Atlanta will come the other way. Herter passes to Collins. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Back to Harden. Pass to Tucker. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG? Kevin? Oh, what a beautiful point!
Good intensity. Did you see that? Great.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Now the pass to House. Here's Westbrook. Great D that time from T.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
To the paint. Hunter kicks to Collins. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Collins passes to Herter. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Back to Herter. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Hunter. Harden grabs the miss.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them fits out there.
Rockets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Pass to Covington. Over to the wing. Here's House. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Wayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Jones comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Ben McLemore comes in for Robert Covington. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Shots good by Dedmon.
And the reason why that pick and roll was successful was because of the pass from T. Just delivered it perfectly.
Here's Rivers. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
No good on that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. McLemore is out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. McLemore, the pass to Green. Count the basket.
And the recognition of McLemore, a team-oriented player who is always looking to dish the rock.
Young looking it over.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Here's Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got his second basket.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Pass to Bembry, stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Count that one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Gordon, the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. Rivers against Young. Back to Gordon. 6 to shoot. There's McLemore. Not going to go that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Reddish.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Young against Rivers. Passes to Green. Houston moving it around. He kicks it to McLemore. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. McLemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Young passes to Jones. Back to Young. Can't connect from short range. Houston leading by 5. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Green dishes to Carroll. Back to Green. Throws it up high.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
The pass to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Young outside. 5 to shoot. drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Green left side. Back to Carroll. Pass to Rivers. There's the three. Rebound Atlanta. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Young passes to Dedmon. And he gets the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a three-point game. Lobbed up there for Green.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Bembry kicks to Young. Pass to Bembry. Back to Young. Passes it to Bembry. Young against Rivers. Jones. It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Here's Tucker. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one. Now, here's Hunter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Fernando. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. You're making it too easy for him out there. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston came ready to play. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in its center. So that's the Hawks 5. The Hawks trail by 7.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Outside Collins. Young left side. Latrey. The rebound by Harden. Houston leading by 7.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here's Harden. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets.
Oh, love how confident Harden looks shooting from there. He just drains those long shots.
Back to Young. Lets the three fly. Tries again. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got his second bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Westbrook, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. That's on Clint Capella.
One of the more active and alert players in the NBA. Westbrook takes advantage of defensive miscues.
So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fun memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. The three from Harden. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And there's Collins on the assist from Reddish. Collins has got 10 points in the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And there's the pass to Covington. Out left to the wing. Teague against Westbrook. And here's Harden for 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. And then for Houston, Jeff Green. He's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Russell Westbrook. And the jam by Harden.
Well, I think playmaking has always been in Gordon's DNA. He loves to score, don't get me wrong. He also loves to share.
To the wing on the left. Down low, Fernando. And the layup falls.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Out to the right wing. McLemore, the pass to Green. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Damian Jones is checked in for Atlanta. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Here's Bembry. Kicks it to Reddish. Jones dishes to Teague. Pass to Fernando. To the left side wing. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Gordon inside. Green breaking loose. Goes back up. Harden outside. Bobbed up there for Green. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Fernando, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden surveying the D. Now Carroll. Fernando pulls it in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The shot by Carroll, no good.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Teague anticipated every move on that play and was right there to meet him each step of the way. Great defense.
It's still. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Green, and it's Harden in at the point. McLemore with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Count that one. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
Showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
The Hawks trail by 3. Young passes to Herter. Dedmon kicks to Hunter. Pass to Fernando. Young drives in.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
It's stolen by McLemore. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's John Collins in for Bruno Fernando.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open. It's hard to find.
Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. Passes it to Herter. Capella kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston leading by 5. There's the lob to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, with Westbrook on the ball, you can't have a hole in your defense. He's too smart to miss it.
Over to the left wing. Now, here's Capella, guarded by McLemore. Capella against Harden, and the dunk by Capella.
He may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays.
To the inside, stolen by Collins. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Hunter, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And now just a 3-point Rocket lead.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
The feed now to Carroll. It's stolen by Capella. One-on-one here. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Here's Westbrook. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And Westbrook demands the rock in these spots of game. He wants to be the guy to take this shot.
Young passes to Herter. Young outside. Inside, Capella. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
Terrific at catching in there at the basket. I mean, his hands are great. Capella uses that size to his advantage.
Harden, that's good.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
The Hawks trail by 3. Feeds it to Capella, and he uses the glass on the layup. Capella's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time
the game to take the lead. And that'll be 2 for the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
From deep, Harden. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Here's Capella. Good!
Capella has a nice array of moves and shots to choose from.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Harden. Rebound, Atlanta. Hunter with it. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. Harden inside the three-point line. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
Atlanta calls timeout. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win. And
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for are setting tonight. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Young, banked in off the glass.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Out left to the wing. Walker in the post. Young's there. Walker's shot is off. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Hayward with the ball. And guarded by Capella. Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
Here's Young. Rebound Boston.
And while he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Brown the pass to Walker. Over Young. Brown trying to free himself up, and he can't bank that one in. Out to the wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Young. After Gordon Hayward's bucket. Counted. His second make in 4 attempts.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Now here's Hayward. Walker the pass to Tice. And Capella sends it back. The pass to Young. The dish to Collins. Pass to Herter. Young with the ball. Over Tice. Got a piece of it. Brown finds Tatum. Over Young. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Tice. It's stolen by Capella. They're running. Hunter with it. He's picked up by Walker. Herter passes to Young. He feeds it to Capella. Over Tatum. And it's Capella missing.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Tatum drives in. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. It's stolen by Capella. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Brown. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Tice. And Capella sends it back. It's 2-on-1. Collins, good.
Well, the pass to set up that bucket was terrific. Fired it right up the court. Didn't allow the defense to react in time. Nice.
Here is Hayward. Walker the pass to Tatum. Down low. Here's Tice. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Collins passes to Young. Kicks to Hunter. Young outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the high post. Misses off the right iron.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
The Hawks another fast break opportunity here. Feeds it to Capella. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Marcus Smart. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. Then it's Tatum, and it's Wanamaker in at the 1. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks.
Well, the touch that Enes Kanter presents is really terrific. Unbelievable scoring inside.
T kicks to Bembry, and the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Celtics on D, trailing by 4. And the pass to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Clock at 6. Dedmon passes to Bembry. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
And Kanter able to finish.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Reddish dishes to Dedmon, and he banks in the layup.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Celtics trail by 4. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there's a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Here's Teague. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
Smart passes to Kanter. And it's in there. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Dedmon kicks to Bembry. Back to Dedmon. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Smart passes to Williams. He dishes it to Kanter. Second chance shot. All sorts of time. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Reddish with the slam.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Damian Jones. And a change for the Celtics. Brown is checked in for Kanter. T kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. Outside Teague. Dishes to Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
How about the little man's ability to get up? What a vertical by Jeff Teague.
Right side, Williams. Back to Smart. Now, here's Reddish. Defense right on him. Pass to Dedmon. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Reddish, the pass to Teague. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
This is why Teague is such a valuable player. You know, he's a solid shooter from anywhere, so he's able to space the defense. He can, with his handle, get inside the paint. There's a lot to like about Jeff Teague.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Bembry. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Brown kicks to Walker. There's the pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Back to Tice. Tatum trying to break free. The Hawks leading by 12. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Young's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Brown the pass to Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
And that one's good. Hunter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And so it's Atlanta sitting with a comfortable lead.
Thanks, Kevin. Trae, you've made it look easy so far.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 14. Kenny. And
somebody please stop me. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
It's Collins with the drive. Action coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Walker against Young. Tice, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Good on the shot. Young's got 10 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Walker the pass to Tice. Walker. controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Herter. Back to Young from downtown. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Brown. It's stolen by Capella. And Collins now top the key. That one good for 2. 8 points for him.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Tatum dishes to Hayward. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Basket counts.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Wanamaker. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Smart passes to Williams. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the middle. On the basket by Jones.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
1:21 left to play in the third. Smart dishes to Cantor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, we know this. When Enes Kanter is engaged, this guy is an effective offensive force. The defense has got to be on point.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Hawks leading by 22. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
On the wing, Williams. Dedmon defending. And stolen by Dedmon. Fast break, the Hawks. Reddish kicks to Bembry. The feed to Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 6 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Williams.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Atlanta making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. And then for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Green in for Jaylen Brown. Pass to Bembry. Back to Teague. Passes it to Fernando. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Reddish. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Williams passes to Green. Back to Williams. Goes up with it. The putback, and Williams is right there.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Young with no one around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart, the guards. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Fernando, the pass to Hunter. And here's Young from the arc. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics trail by 21. Here's Smart. That's tipped. Here's Hunter. And Boston with the rebound. Pass to Young. Here's Fernando. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Tatum finds Tice. The kick out to Tatum. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Tice. Boston needs to get off a shot. Boston again missing. Atlanta leading by 23. Young outside. Here's Herter. Guarded by Smart. Passes it to Capella. To the right side. The kick out to Young. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Walker the pass to Tice. Walker against Capella. The kick out to Walker from outside the arc. The shot misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Young, a good look. Another miss by Young. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Capella backs in, coming off the assist from Young.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Here's Smart. Atlanta with the rebound. Herter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Young with the steal. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Herter, guarded by Smart. Back to Young. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Langford subbed in for Marcus Smart.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Walker finds Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but It isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Young outside. He kicks it to Graham. Now here's Labissiere. Guarded by Walker. Here's Reddick. But he recovers it. And the pass to Graham. And it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Here's Langford. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this